Local Catholics arrived at church services this Sunday morning with more than just Lent on their minds. Less than a week ago, the church's spiritual leader, Pope Benedict XVI, abruptly announced that he would be resigning at the end of the month. The 85-year-old pontiff said he was too weak and tired to continue leading the church. Some local Catholics say they couldn't believe the news.
I was taken back. I was a bit surprised and I was curious as to what the reasons were for his doing that.
Kat Thacker, a member of the Annunciation Catholic Church in Tenleytown, says she respects Pope Benedict's decision.
I think it's perfectly acceptable for him to resign if he doesn't feel physically or mentally capable to do his job anymore, and I think it's actually really admirable that he's taking that initial step and stepping down.
Catholics worldwide were surprised by Pope Benedict's announcement. After all, it's the first time a pope has resigned in nearly 600 years. Monsignor Ronald Jameson of St. Matthew's Church addressed the Pope's resignation during today's Mass.
This past week, we experienced an historic event in the life of the Church. Pope Benedict announced his plan to resign as Pope, a truly momentous event.
Jameson went on to say that St. Matthew's will hold a special Mass this Friday to celebrate Pope Benedict. At the moment, it's hard to say what kind of legacy the pontiff will leave behind. While many Catholics widely respected Benedict's humble ways, they widely acknowledged that he lacked the charisma and leadership skills of his predecessor, Pope John Paul II. Benedict also leaves behind a church still reeling from child sex abuse scandals involving Catholic priests. But despite such issues, Jameson says Benedict will likely be remembered for his conservatism, as well as the way in which he left the church.
You might say what he'll really be known for is his humility in saying, it's time for me to give it up.
The Vatican is currently preparing for the election of the next pope. In March, the College of Cardinals will hold the much-anticipated papal conclave to decide who will become the Catholic Church's next spiritual leader. Reporting for AU News, I'm Chris Young.